Hey guys, this is my reading vlog for A Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So this book is the first book that I chose for my 24 books for 2024. This is the first one I tackled. I've had this book on my TBR for like 2 years at this point, and I'm so mad at myself for not starting it sooner. So I decided to kind of vlog and like kind of just like film me reading and stuff and kind of catch some of my reactions. I've never done this before, so bear with me. So the first part of this video is going to kind of be the vlog section, have a little time lapse of it, and then we're gonna kind of get into this book. So this video might have spoilers. I know that I talk about some spoilers in my reading vlog portion, and I don't know how much I'm gonna keep in and not, but I think I want to talk about like in-depth review of this for the last part of the video. But yeah, let's get to the reading vlog. She just stabbed him, just like Poppy stabbed. Oh, love this. I don't believe, okay, a little catch up for a second. I don't believe for a second that he's a god. I believe he's a primal, and I think we're about to learn that because he's not gonna die, because she's been very, gods die through a stab wound, and primals do not. So, she just stabbed him. She just stabbed him. She does not give a shit, bro. She does not give a shit, and I'm in love with it. I'm absolutely in love with it. This bitch is gonna get herself killed. She's gonna get herself killed, bro. This is so funny.
Truly scares you, Lisa. Yes.
Dude, why does she call her that? Why does he call her my queen? If I remember that translation correctly, this has to be, this has to be. He has to be the fucking primal. But then why the fuck is the primal here? Why is he like involved in these deaths? And why is he calling her my queen? But I mean, she's gonna be his consort, so I guess. Dude, the way that I'm like trying to rack my brain about when the fuck this is. I like that he calls her that. Okay, anyways. I think it's queen, or my queen, yeah, because that's what they call Poppy. And so it makes sense the primal is using it for his future wife. I want to know, I want it to be revealed that he's the primal already. Maybe the point is to have you get used to him. I don't know how the arranged marriage is going to work in this situation, because I heard it's an arranged marriage book. But like, the arranged marriage is not happening. But now he's like revealed himself to her, so now if he reveals himself as the primal to like marry her, I feel like that'll cause problems. Okay, let's just like stop thinking and just read. Dude, if he's actually, I mean, he did. Oh my god, he did. did! Wait, wait. Wait. Okay. Compose myself. That scene? Hot, okay? Only 20 minutes. Okay. I was struggling. This was hard. I'm gonna listen to more while I get ready to go hang out with my friends. That's really attractive, I'm not gonna lie. They're kneeling on the horses? Okay, that's kind of hot. She's just standing on her horse? What the fuck? That's so cool. What the fuck? That's so cool. I love bow and arrows. They're so good. They're so cool. I love it. Absolutely in love with this. This is so cool. She's going ham, bro. She's going absolute ham. Is the horse not real? What is going on? No, you wouldn't say. Yeah, I was gonna say you wouldn't say. I still can't wrap my head around the horse situation. He just what? He just went like this and the horse went running. Huh? I kind of forget these are all gods, and they're even cooler than all the people in Blood and Ash. Like, this is badass. What the fuck? Because I haven't seen, like, them going to war yet. This is really cool. This is so cool. Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck. I haven't been able to see the Draken fight yet. I'm so excited. This is a battle between dragons? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. First it was the rotted creatures. And now the dragons are fighting. Oh, this is a level of a god fight, so I'm not surprised. 17 minutes. I don't think you can see that. 17 minutes and 15 seconds left. Okay, so 45. Your grandmother, actually. I can't, bro, I can't. No, it's talking about like hundreds of years in the future. Okay. That's not good. Oh no. But then, what? She's gonna have to turn into immortal. Like into an immortal. And you have to die to do that. What? Well, that was the issue, wasn't it? In the first place, and now it's your salvation. What? Well, so I guess well, I finished it. What? So now I have to read from Blood and Ash before I can understand how. Well, that's not a feat because I really want to read from Blood and Ash. The fourth book. Oh, I can finally get to read the fourth book. Yes. I'm so excited for that. I've been wanting to read it since it came out. But I wanted to read this one, but I read it. Yay! My first book in my 24 books for 2024 is read. It's finished. I don't even know what I want to rate this. Oh wow, I'm thinking a lot. I'm feeling a lot. I'm thinking a lot. So, I'm gonna sit on it. I'm gonna think on it, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it. And I'm going to express what I think of this book and my rating. But I don't. Dude, when they were talking about Kestil and Poppy. Well, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I will be back to talk about it in a second. So, A Shadow in the Ember. Oh my gosh, I finally read it. Like I said in my little intro area, I had this book on my TBR for 2 years. 2 years, okay? And let me explain why it was on my TBR for so long. So I had read the From Blood and Ash series, absolutely loved it, but I read the third book before the fourth book came out. And then I kind of just was waiting, and then the fourth book finally came out, but then it just took me a while to buy it. And by the time I bought the fourth book, I had learned about the prequel series, and then I learned that you're supposed to read it in a certain order, correct? Well, I didn't want to read this series. I wanted to read From Blood and Ash, and I wanted to see what happens after the end of the third book. And I was like, I don't want to read whatever this book is. And so I was very hesitant for a very long time to read this book. I had owned it. I had owned the book. I had owned the audiobook. And I just didn't want to read. Like, I just was like, no. So I've actually tried to read this book once already before. I got almost 2 full chapters in. And I just was like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's a long start when you look at like how long the audiobook chapters are. It was kind of a long start, but I was so close. I was so close to getting into the good shit. If I had just read like 20 minutes more, I could have gone to the good shit. I'm so mad at myself. So then the more I read, I was like, wait, this is actually really good. And I apparently really like this author's writing, because I was kind of nervous that I was like, I've read so many other books since like From Blood and Ash. What if I don't like her writing anymore? What if I don't like this series compared to From Blood and Ash? And I love this. I love this a lot. So I gave this a 4-star. I was debating between a 4-star and a 4.5 star, but I think I've settled on a 4-star. I loved it. It's good, but I think I like From Blood and Ash more. And if I remember correctly, I gave From Blood and Ash 4 stars, and I was like, I don't want to rate it higher than From Blood and Ash. So this, oof. Okay, so I had a slow start again, but for some reason I had just like the biggest pull to read this book, and I was like, ooh, it'd be fun to like make my reading vlog, and this is a good time. But I don't know, whatever reason it was just time for my mood reading ass to finally read this book. I love the main characters. I love Sarah, and I love, what the fuck is his name? It's Ash, but it's not Ash. It's Niktos. So I love Sarah, and I love Niktos, and I love, oof, okay, it's oof. So their relationship, right? I am actually really surprised I liked it, because when I like to read books, I love the slow burn, right? I love it taking a while for things to happen, for first kiss, you know, for first like sexual encounters and all that kind of stuff, right? Well, this book is not fast per se, but it's not slow either. And so I'm surprised that I was just so intrigued the entire time that I was like, oh my God, I love this. And I don't know if it was just because it was the way that it was written or what, but like it was really good. Like I wasn't turned away with how kind of fast-ish it happens with like the sexual stuff. I kind of like that she got to know Niktos as Ash before she knew that he was the god, and I totally called that he was God from first place. I mean, not the god, the primal from the first place. I was like, that's him. That scene in the alley when they're trying to hide from the gods, way too hot to have been like a Tamlin situation. There was no freaking way. So I was like, okay, when are you going to be revealed as the primal? And when are you going to be revealed as primal? And I was just like waiting and waiting, because I'm like, they're getting closer and closer. And so this is going to help kind of like when he is revealed to be the primal. And so I was like, this is going good. This is going great. And then him being revealed as the primal is so freaking good. Okay. It is. I love that whole scene. Also, fuck her brother, half brother, whoever he is. Fuck him, he got what he deserved. But it was good. And so I liked the first part and the second part. Like before she figured out he was a primal, I kind of like them getting close. I like them having like this, you know, this attraction towards each other and this connection. And getting to the end of the book, I understand maybe why that was a little bit stronger, because, you know, they have this magic that's like pulling together, right? But like the scene by the lake was really good, and just every interaction they had was really good. I liked it when she stabbed him. I liked just every interaction they had together. And whenever she was away from Niktos, I was like, go back to Ash, go back to him. Like, I don't care what's happening in your freaking with the royals. I just want the boy. I just want him. I will say I don't like him as much as Castile. I did like him a lot though. And it's wild though, because this is a prequel book, and I've read 3 books from Blood and Ash, and I was like, wait, I'm confused, because isn't he like this and this and this? And then I'm like, wait, how do the Atlanteans come into this? And when do the Kiyu wolves turn into like what like Kieran is? And I don't remember what they're called right at this moment, but I'm like, how does this turn into this? So then it's revealed, and she goes back with him, and like them being in like the Shadowlands, that was really cool. And just like there's no sun in the Shadowlands, that was interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I'm gonna stop holding this book. It's not a light book. I'm just gonna put it right here. Anyways, her in the Shadowlands, and her like, it broke my heart how like conflicting she was about, you know, hey, this guy's like a really sweet guy. Like the more she got to know him, and it's like, oh my God, this is Ash, like the guy, like, you know, that I've had these experiences with, and he's like maybe not the worst, and I'm actually not like that scared of him, and I have to kill him for my own land. And I'm just like, but what I love is I love the parallels between From Blood and Ash and From Shadow and the Ember, because like she is supposed to kill him, right? She's the bad guy. She's the one that's like, you know, supposed to like, is like betraying him and stuff like that. But in From Blood and Ash, it's Hawk that is going to be the one to betray Poppy, and is the one trying to kill her and use her as a message. And so I just love that it's like flip-flopped in this prequel series. And I love that like instead of Poppy a virgin, it's Niktos that's the virgin. And it's just, it's so good. Like I love the back and forth. I love that it's like different and cool, and it was really cool to see like more of like the gods and the primals, because you don't get to see that in From Blood and Ash because they're all asleep. But then like I remember the scene where like Poppy and Castile go like talk to Niktos, and he was like saying that his consort was asleep. And then I liked how closer and closer they were becoming, but then I was getting worried because I was like, when is your power going to be revealed? When is it going to be revealed that you're going to like want to kill him? Like what's going on? Like this can't just be a happy ending. There's like 3 other books. Like this isn't just going to be a good time. If this is a like From Blood and Ash and a Jennifer L. Armentrout book, this has to be There has to be something. Because a lot of this is, I just kind of compared to From Blood and Ash because that's my only experience with this world. And because it's in the same world, I was just definitely like, oh my God, the entire time, right? So like it took a while and then she finally revealed that she could like heal things. And I was like, yes. And I loved the action aspect. And like when, okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. I keep doing that. I keep wanting to like talk about things at the end of the book. We're going in an order, Angela. So, and I've never done like a review video either, so this is all over the place. I apologize. This is just fun talking about my opinions. So then that whole big meeting happens and it's like, no, the blight that's killing like your land is not, it's not the blight, that's from fucking Akatar. The whatever is killing your lands is not because of the deal. And she's like, great. And I love that whole scene and he got so mad. I was like, I don't know why, but and then it just like goes back and I'm like, okay, this is where it's gonna kind of have like the slow burn because he needs to forgive her. And so it wasn't kind of fast burning, it was just like very like lustful and very good. And then they were starting to care about each other and it was cute. But then like I was like, we can't get too excited because she needs to reveal that she wanted to kill him. And I didn't know if it was going to be one of those things where she actually tries to kill him or if it was going to be revealed more before that. And so it was cool to kind of see how it played out. And then to have him just like, you know, despise her and just question her was really cool because it was like, you obviously like are fine at the end of this, so how do we get from point A to point B? Because she's obviously your consort from Blood and Ash like thousands of years later, so how do we get from point A to point B? So then all of the action, I loved it when like the gods that we had seen in the original book like tried to like get Sarah and was like, that whole scene was cool. And then when he came and saved them, when he came and saved her and like his like other guy, like girls, the other two people, I can't remember the names right now, my brain's frazzled. Oh, when like the water demons come or whatever they're called, come and like attack and they're like fighting. That's so badass. That's what I want. Like they're so cool. It's so cool. The one who was like standing on a horse and like doing bow and arrows and they were all like kneeling on their horses doing the bow. That's shot in the heart. That is so attractive. That is so cool. I loved it. I love whenever bow and arrows were involved. I love how badass she was with the bow and arrow. I love that she was involved. I still love like this kind of tension between Niktos and Sarah still, and he's just like questioning, and then they have like sex, and it's like this. It's a good thing because he's like, they're like, it's like kind of like hateful, but it's also like he's a virgin. He's never done this before, and it's like, it's full of a lot. It's full of a lot of emotions, but then it's like, obviously you should care about her because you're still saving and protecting her. And then the whole thing with fucking Sir Holland, but as he's not freaking a knight, he's a literal like fate or whatever they're called. Was not expecting that. I was expecting the like old lady who used to take care of her to be part of that, but no, it was Holland. I was like, that's cool. And then when we met Penelope, who Poppy is named after, I freaked out. I almost cried. I was like, we get to see who she is as a person and who get to see like her namesake is after her, and I couldn't handle that. And then we got the whole freaking like prophecy, and I was like, that's so cool because that's your granddaughter. That is your granddaughter that is going to become thrones, and there's going to be these things called Atlanteans, and they don't exist yet, and they're going to like, the way that I freaked out when Poppy and Castile were mentioned, and then like the prophecies also intertwined with Niktos and his consort Sarah, and so I'm just like, so that whole scene freaked me out. Also really concerned because what the fuck is the end of that prophecy? Because what? So she needs to die. Like she's going to die. Like that's what the freaking fates have decided. Like that's what every single path has brought her to. But she can't die because then the world will end if she dies. And that's great. And then the person who can save her is Niktos, but he kind of hates her. But he needs to love her. So I cannot wait to see how this plays out in the second book. But I can read the fourth book now from Blood and Ash. But now I'm like, I need to know what happens with here. But I'm also so excited to read From Blood and Ash. This book was so good. I do think I like From Blood and Ash better. It gave different vibes because this one you're in like the god realm for half of it. You know, you're with like gods and primals, and they're like so much more than Atlanteans and like werewolves and shit. You know, I don't remember what. Now I'm like, hyper focused on what Kieran is. It's fine. If you've read From Blood and Ash, you know. And it's so cool to see that Carcedonia, like, and like just like the world they're in it's like it's the same kind of place, but just like thousands of years in the past. It's wild. It's wild. But I liked that it was different because it felt like a different series, but still in the same world. It was very cool. It was very cool. And if I had read more, if I had like reread the first 3 From Blood and Ash before I had read this one, I wonder if I could catch on to a little bit more details that I had missed. But I haven't read it in a year and a half now at this point. And so, because I reread it because I was going to prepare for all of this, and then I just never read it. That's my thoughts and feelings. Sorry, it was just a rambling session about like, ooh, I love this, and it's just, I really enjoyed this book a lot. But yeah, I can't wait to see more of the characters. I really liked all of the supporting characters. They were really fun. But I will say I liked the main 2 the best. There wasn't a side character that I initially like attached to from this, but yeah. So yeah, I don't know what else I should say. If you have tips and tricks on like things I should talk about in these videos, because I could use all the help I could get. I'm just kind of flying off the seat of my pants, and I'm doing my best, and I hope they're enjoyable, and yay. So that was my reading vlog and review of Shadow in the Ember. So go read this book if you have it, and go read the From Blood and Ash before you read this series. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. They have to fall in love, even though Nick can't say his name anymore, is literally not capable of love. I think you're already halfway there, sir. You act like a man in love. I'm just saying.